the forgotten trial that almost ended Dr. King's legacy. He marched for freedom. He dreamed of equality. But in 1960, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stood in a courtroom, not as a hero, but as a man accused of a crime that could have silenced him forever. This is the forgotten trial that almost ended Dr. King's legacy. Setting the stage, the climate of fear and control. The year was 1960. Across America, the civil rights movement was rising like a tidal wave, demanding change. But with every step forward came fierce resistance. In Alabama, a stronghold of segregation, leaders weren't just fighting the movement in the streets. They were fighting it in the courts, behind closed doors, and through backroom political deals. And what better way to break a movement than by targeting its most powerful voice? That's when the state of Alabama made its move. They accused Dr. King of something no one expected: tax fraud. The charges: a convenient accusation. Prosecutors claimed Dr. King falsified his tax returns in 1956 and 1958, underreporting income from his speeches and writings. It sounded serious. The punishment? Up to 10 years of hard labor in an Alabama prison. But there's something they didn't mention. Dr. King was the first person in Alabama's history ever indicted under this specific tax law. This wasn't about unpaid taxes. It was about silencing a man who was changing the world. Or, as one civil rights leader put it, this was a trial not just of a man, but of a movement. The trial, a seemingly impossible fight. The courtroom was thick with tension. Dr. King, a man of peace, now sat in the defendant's chair, facing an all-white jury in Montgomery, Alabama, a city still proud of its Jim Crow roots. Leading his defense was civil rights attorney Fred Gray, the same brilliant mind who had defended Rosa Parks just 5 years earlier. The trial stretched over days. The state presented its case with precision. Outside the courtroom, protesters gathered. Inside, history held its breath. And then, it was time for the verdict. The verdict. History hinges on 2 hours. The jury retired to deliberate. Dr. King's supporters braced for the worst. With the odds stacked so heavily against him, how could this end any other way? But then, in less than 2 hours, the jury returned. The verdict? Not guilty. In that instant, against every expectation, Dr. King walked free. This wasn't just a legal victory, it was a spiritual one. Proof that even under the crushing weight of systemic oppression, truth and justice could still win the day. Why this matters. The forgotten legacy. Think about this. If that jury had found Dr. King guilty, he would have spent years in prison, doing hard labor. The March on Washington, the I Have a Dream speech, the Voting Rights Act, none of it might have happened. This trial is a forgotten chapter of history, but one that changed the course of a nation. It's a reminder that sometimes history doesn't turn on grand speeches or massive crowds. It turns in a quiet courtroom with a quiet jury making a courageous choice. If this is the first time you've heard about this forgotten chapter in Dr. King's life, hit that like button and share this video. Help us keep these hidden stories alive. And if you're hungry for more forgotten history, subscribe and join us next time on What History Forgot.